My name is Marcus Grant. I've been living in England since I can remember. 15 years ago, my daughter Emily had a rare disease called sclerosis. The disease would kill my daughter if she didn't get cured. When I heard that the scientists of the castle of Barnard were working on a cure, I immediately went to the castle to start looking for it. The only problem was that the cure had some bad side effects that turned some of the prisoners they were testing the cure on into invulnerable monsters. Also, the ghost of the castle, Jonathan Barnard, was apparently roaming his castle. In the end, he saved my life and helped me to escape his castle with the cure that saved my daughter from dying that long and painful death. The last 15 years have been rather peaceful, until last night. I saw the ghost of Jonathan Barnard in my own house. When I walked up to him, he disappeared like he always does. From that point on, I knew something was wrong.
Marcus Grant! Oh my, it really is you! You need to come with me right now!
Wait, hold on a second. Who are you and what are you doing here? It's midnight. People are trying to sleep.
You don't understand! It is very important that you listen to me. The fate of the world is in your hands.
The fate of the world? What is this nonsense? Whatever you're trying to sell, I'm not buying it. Good night, sir.
No, listen! The world is in great danger. Your daughter is in great danger. The ghost of Jonathan Barnard needs your help.
Who are you?
My name is Professor Woodbridge. I'm the professor of the Telculum University. My team and I were working on the cure for sclerosis at the castle of Barnard until we got overrun by the undead.
You might need to come inside to explain all of what's happening.
There's no time for that. Come with me. I'll explain everything in my lab. I'm sorry about the mess. The last few hours have been very stressful for me.
All right. Please explain to me what's going on.
I haven't fully figured it out yet, but listen closely. Few people actually know this, but there's another world that mirrors our own. I'd like to call it the second dimension. That world is like an exact copy of this one. The only difference is that no living creatures exist there. Everyone who has died, people and animals alike, can be found in the second dimension.
So basically, when I die, I'll end up in the second dimension.
Yes, exactly. Do you remember the cure for sclerosis that my team and I have created?
Yes, of course. That's the cure that saved my daughter's life.
That's not important right now. While developing the cure, we somehow created a pathway between our world and the second dimension. It allowed spirits from the second dimension to enter our world, and living beings from here to cross into theirs. Do you follow me so far?
I'm doing the best I can. Is that how the ghost of Jonathan Barnard got to this world?
Yes, and he couldn't return. Once we discovered where the pathway led, we destroyed the portal to the second dimension.
All right. So what exactly is the problem?
The second dimension is a dark place. You've seen the power of the spirits that come from that place. The ghost of Jonathan Barnard was able to summon guardians that nearly destroyed the castle and almost killed you in the process. Our world and the second dimension must remain separate. If those spirits invade our world, they could destroy everything.
I don't get it. You said you destroyed the portal, so the spirits have no way to reach our world, right?
The spirits' powers are beyond our understanding. They are currently creating a pathway that leads to our world, so they can get to our world.
How do you know all of this? And what does this have to do with me?
Jonathan Barnard has spoken to me. He told me to get your help. We are the only ones he can trust.
All right, so how do we stop the spirits then?
We will have to create yet another portal to the second dimension. From there, Jonathan Barnard will guide you. In order to get the portal working, we'll need a power source. The only one I can think of that's strong enough is an orb. I once had an orb in my possession, but it got divided into 4 fragments, each located in a different place. I already have 1 fragment here in my lab. That means you'll need to recover the remaining 3. I will give you this list with all the locations of the 3 remaining orb fragments. While you're gathering them, I'll be working on fixing the machine to help power the portal. Also, it might get a little dark sometimes. Take this lantern with you. Good luck, Marcus.
Thank you, Professor Woodbridge. One of the missing orb pieces is located in the tomb of the wife of Jonathan Barnard. As anybody could have guessed with such an enormous castle, Jonathan Barnard was a wealthy person. After the tragic death of his wife, he built a massive tomb for his wife's body. The tomb was built somewhere underneath a church, somewhere in the north of England. After Miss Barnard's death, many valuable items were interred within her tomb, including one of the orb pieces Professor Woodbridge donated, since he thought he no longer needed it. Guess who has never been so wrong? Hello? Is anyone there? Perhaps it can show me the way to the tomb.
Purity is a ruse, a carefully crafted illusion. Your presence defiles this place. Prepare to die!
I'm getting too old for this.
it back! Thank goodness. Did you find the ore piece?
Yes, I have it right here.
Excellent. Place it on the pedestal near the machine.
Professor, who is she?
Whom are you referring to?
The ghost in the tomb. She wasn't too happy about me being there.
Ah, you must mean Clementine. Clementine Barnard. She was the wife of Jonathan Barnard. She's the reason we began working on a cure for sclerosis at the castle of Barnard. But tragically, the disease claimed her before we could finish our work.
She nearly killed me. I've never faced such a powerful force.
Yes, like Jonathan Barnard, she came from the second dimension. It serves as yet another reminder of how dangerous these entities can be, especially when driven by rage and sorrow.
What made her so furious?
That is a tale for another time. Right now, we must focus on the portal. Hurry! You need to retrieve the next orb piece.
One of the missing orb pieces is located somewhere deep inside the old abandoned mines. Back in the day, Professor Woodbridge's team gathered valuable resources from the mines for the research on the cure for sclerosis. Like the name suggests, the mines today sit empty and abandoned. Professor Woodbridge states that it's not because of a lack of resources. Oh no. Whatever the reason is, let's hope it doesn't stand between me and the orb piece. What the hell is that thing?
Yes, it's recording our voices right now, so my name is Samuel Hartwell, and I'm sitting here with...
Oliver Reed, sir. Worked these shafts going on 2 years.
Good. Now, describe what you saw in Shaft 7.
It weren't right, sir. Lantern light went dim, like the air itself swallowed it. I heard something moving. Slow, heavy, dragging itself along the stone.
You're certain it wasn't another miner?
No, sir. No man I know walks like that. I called out. No answer. Then I felt it. Ground shaking just a little. Like something breathing under my boots.
And you didn't investigate further?
You told us to report anything strange. Truth be told, I didn't want to get any closer. It felt like it knew I was there. Like it was listening.
You mentioned earlier a shape?
Yes, at the end of the tunnel. Big. Shoulders too broad for a man. When my lantern flickered back, it was gone. Like it melted into the dark.
Very well, this will be documented. Return to your station, but stay with the others. No one goes down alone.
Sir, whatever's down there, it ain't natural. You can't send me back there.
That will be all, Mr. Reed. End of recording.
one of the orb pieces. Got it. Now let's get out of here.
You're finally back. I was beginning to fear the worst. Did you recover the orb piece?
Yes, here it is, Professor Woodbridge.
Great! Slot it in the pedestal near the machine. Amazing! That is another orb piece down.
Those mines. Something felt wrong down there.
I feared as much. That place has been abandoned for good reason. Tell me, what did you encounter?
It wasn't just empty, it was waiting. And then I saw it. A massive creature, more beast than man. It nearly tore me apart.
So, it survived?
It? You knew about this?
Not for certain, but we suspected. Those mines once supplied the materials we needed for our research to cure sclerosis. But there were, complications. In rare cases, the cure had unintended effects. Instead of healing, it changed people. One of our own. Someone afflicted, someone we tried to save, was lost in those tunnels. When the attacks began, we feared the worst. Miners vanished. The survivors spoke of a monstrous figure lurking in the dark. Eventually, we had no choice but to abandon the site.
That thing was human.
Once. But after so many years, what remains is something else entirely. For now, let us focus on the task at hand. We're not done yet. The next orb piece is waiting.
One of the missing orb pieces is located in the old office of Professor Woodbridge at the castle of Barnard. It's been 15 years since the last time I've seen the castle. I swore to never come back after the horrible events that happened there. Well, there goes that promise. Professor Woodbridge told me his office is located deep into the dungeons. Since I crashed the elevator in the main hall the last time I was here, my last and only option is the elevator in the food storage room. Professor Woodbridge said that the elevator was used to transport food from the storage room into the dungeons. Let's just hope this elevator is a little bit more durable. Wow, this is the cell I got locked up in all those years ago. The height of the jump doesn't seem too high. I should be all right. amazes me. office. This must be where Professor Woodbridge's old office is located. The orb piece must be in there. Got it. Now I need to find a way out of here. An elevator? Please tell me it's working. Of course not. Why would it?
Marcus, you made it. I was starting to worry. Did you get the orb piece?
Yes, I have it with me.
Fantastic! Quickly, place it on the pedestal by the machine. The orb has been assembled. The machine is running. Quickly, fire up the portal. There is no time to lose. It works! Wow, it's unbelievable. You must go now, Marcus. Find the ghost of Jonathan Barnard.
Wait, aren't you coming with me?
I'm sorry, but you'll have to handle this situation alone. My body is frail and aged. I'll remain in the lab to ensure the portal stays operational. Go now. What are you waiting for?
What did he do? Professor Woodbridge. Hey, Professor Woodbridge?
there. Oh my. Marcus, it's you.
Jonathan Barnard. What happened to you? Why are you locked up?
It was him. Professor Woodbridge. He put me here. The moment I learned what he truly was.
What are you talking about? We created a portal together to come and find you. You appeared in my home calling for help, remember?
I don't know how he did it. That was not me. You He's not who you think, Marcus. He never was. He is of this place. A spirit born in the void, wearing the skin of science and reason. He deceived us all.
He's from here? From the second dimension?
Yes, but when I met him, he seemed like any man. A scholar, calm, intelligent. He spoke of salvation, of curing disease. I let him into my home, into my trust. But the man I knew never truly existed. He was only a shell. He came through the breach decades ago, long before you arrived. He found a way to anchor himself to your world. Took a name, a title, a face, and waited. Watched. Until the moment came.
The moment for what?
For desperation. Yours. Mine. He feeds on weakness, Marcus. On grief. He used us both. Now he's ready to cast off the mask. In this world, his world, he is a god. He commands the very substance of the air. But in our world, he is feeble, bound by laws he loathes. Every second he spends there drains him. So he has a plan, not to merge the worlds, but to obliterate yours. Collapse it. Let it rot and tumble into this one. He'll consume it and rise again, as he once was. Whole, eternal.
Then we have to stop him. I have to find a way to get you out of there.
Behind you, there's a power transmitter. Disabling it kills the current running through this cage. But it's locked. A rusted padlock. You have to find a way to unlock it, Marcus. The world is counting on you. You're the only one who can stop this. You're the only one who can save them.
I'm on it. I must find a way.
Marcus, you did it!
Are you all right?
I will be. But the cage drained more energy from me than I expected. But we can't stop now. Listen closely. There is a place, beneath even this realm. A chamber older than reason. The Cradle of Echoes. That is where the first rift was born. Where your world and this one first touched. There you will find the Book of Binding. It is not just a relic. It's a vessel of all spirits trapped in this dimension. It's essentially the heart of the second dimension. If you destroy the book, this entire realm will collapse, including the Cradle. Woodbridge will be close to reaching the Cradle of Echoes. It fuels him, empowers him. If we hesitate, it will grant him limitless power, and he'll tear through reality itself.
Then point the way, before it's too late.
I'm currently too weak to create a rift that takes you all the way down into the Cradle of Echoes. But there's an old elevator that runs to the lower sanctum, though not without power.
I passed the elevator, dead as stone.
Then we wake it. I think I have an idea that can help you. This rift will get you where you need to be. It'll help you power the elevator. Trust me, once you've powered the elevator, I'll meet you down in the Cradle of Echoes. We don't have much time. Hurry, Marcus.
I'm on it. I'll see you there. this book feels alive.
That's because it is. That's the Book of Binding, the heart of the second dimension. Its power holds this entire realm together. Now that it's been pulled from its resting place, the realm is beginning to unravel. You have to take it to the Cradle of Echoes. It's the only place where the Book of Binding can be destroyed. Woodbridge is already deep within the cradle, drawing strength from it. The longer he remains, the stronger he becomes. The cradle isn't that far, but neither is he. I'll clear your path ahead. Now take this blade from my hand, carry it with the book to the Cradle of Echoes, and sever its hold on this realm. But know this. Destroying the book will collapse the second dimension. Everything here, including us. But if we don't, your world becomes the next illusion to die.
So you did make it this far. You braved the shadows for those orb pieces, outran death itself, only to find me waiting here, already whole. It's over. The cradle breathes with me. I am the pulse beneath this realm, and you are just a breath away from silence. I shouldn't be surprised you're still breathing. After all, you crossed dimensions, bled for fragments of a world already dying. Brave to the last. But even the brave have an end. This is your end.
No! His story isn't yours to finish. Book, Marcus. Destroy it at the altar. Hurry, Marcus.
No, please stop. Don't do this to me.
Place down the book and end it.
You have doomed us! You have doomed us all!
The darkness has been vanquished. The world has been spared, and it will carry on, living in harmony and peace. Perhaps one day, the truth of what transpired will be revealed, but that day is not yet, not for this generation. No one will ever know that for a brief moment, they were on the verge of vanishing from existence. They have been saved by me. Everyone will carry on like nothing ever happened. People will get married. People will have children. People will laugh, dance, learn, dream, love, mourn, forgive. but not me. I will fade into forgotten whispers, a ghost in the stories that will never be told. A single tear slips down my face, but few will shed one for me. My deepest sorrow is that I never got the chance to say goodbye to my daughter, Emily. She might wonder where I could be, worried sick, yet she will carry that uncertainty to her grave. In the end, I can only find solace. Solace in my actions, in what I've achieved. Perhaps this is how it must be, for even in salvation, there will always be shadows and illusions, illusions of the dead.